EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll take this up to the 30. A pickup of 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The lefty right to the air to start. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now he'll run it, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. The opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Off play action. It's, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's 2. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
3rd and long, and here's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. It is a gain of 16. They get the 3rd down conversion by about a yard.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Achane. He slams it in there, and he is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return, here's Daquan Hardy. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bills offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
This one complete to Palmer. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll go play action here with Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Again, it's Allen to the air. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Allen, going to give it to Cook. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. Now it is first and goal. Here's Allen. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up. Third and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down. They'll try it now with Cook. Good blocking, and he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on fourth and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Make me
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. The Bills with the early advantage. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now stoppage here for an injured player. That's Jalen Waddle, who's in some discomfort. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Open man, Malik Washington. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
It is brought in the end zone. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Achane.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Now he takes off. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
Second down and 8. Here's Tagovailoa. This one caught by Waller. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bills' offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's taken in. It's James Cook.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
One more time going up top with Allen. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Second down and 3. Throwing again, it's Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw again, it's Allen. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Dolphins offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Tua gonna throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Tyreek now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Now it's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Miami.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead, and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the carry, here's Achane. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Ikhine. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
That is caught left side by Waddle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Achane. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Austin Jackson, the former 1st rounder, guilty there. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Nice run here on 2nd down inside the 5 with more options now available for 3rd and goal.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Miami. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do. Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bills offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They send a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one knocked away and incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Cook. Yeah! Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Here now, 3rd and 5. Allen. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen gonna throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. And he will get into the end zone. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one caught by Waller. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run right here. It's Achane. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Hill brought in motion. Now a 1st down throw for Tua. Catch made there by Waddle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Achane. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Tua. That is caught. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Allen to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They put a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, Josh Allen. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Again, it's Allen to the air. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Play action. Tagovailoa. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Off play action. It's, oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Third and long. Here's Tua. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. They'll fake the handoff. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Here's a give to Aiken. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a pretty good effort here on third and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one on line, and it is good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to take this lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll drop to throw. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Here is 1st and goal. Here's Cook to the 5-yard line. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. One more time with Cook. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll run with Cook. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Tyreek now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Ikine.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down and 3. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
One last throw here for Tua. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. Walk away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.